round 4 now. And what round 4 is going to do is create the background that our little motif is sitting on. So in this case, it's this oatmeal, and it's just sort of looks like it's been placed on the top there, and it turns this motif into this square that we can join with the other squares to make our larger sort of tiled motif. And if you look at the back, you can perhaps see what's going on here. If I turn over here as well, we're going to work into this little square of chains that we made with the pink yarn, and we're going to use those as anchor points to create what in this case is the oatmeal frame, if you like, or the oatmeal base, background, whatever you want to call it, oatmeal background of this smaller square, so that we've got a good secure way of keeping that nice and square so it can be joined together with its little friends to make the full motif. Right, we've got another hook change, another hook size change here. We're down to 3.5 here. We're using big stitches for this round, so it does tend to mean that you need a smaller hook to maintain your gauge or your tension. And we're going to start again, we're working behind these leaves. So again, I'm just going to fold the leaf forward. It's the easiest way to do it, to expose that chain behind, which is where I'm going to join my yarn. And I'm going to join this time by pulling up a loop, and we've got a few chains here, so we're going to make I'll just hold that end over, 1 chain and then 3 chain. So that's the first chain has secured the yarn, and then the 3, 1, 2, 3, that's now created this nice long stitch, which will count as a double treble. All right, so double treble, we're going to make 2 more now, and the way we're going to do that, again, just a reminder, this is UK terminology. Yarn around the hook twice into the same space, and I'm going to crochet over my end, so I'm just going to make sure that the end of that yarn sits over the top of the hook. So back into that space, pull through. I've got 4 loops on the hook now, so yarn over through 2, yarn over through 2, yarn over through 2. So that's your double treble. We're going to do 1 more of those in the corner. We're going to create a corner. If you think back to your granny squares, we're sort of creating the corner of a granny square here, but using those great big double treble stitches, those big tall double trebles. So I've got a 3 double treble cluster there. I'm going to put some chains in now, 3 chain. Yeah, 3 chain. And I'm going to go back into the same space and do another 3 double treble cluster. All right, that's 1. That's 2. So yarn twice around the hook, into the chain space, pull through, yarn over through 2, yarn over through 2, yarn over through 2. That's created our corner, and you can see it's kind of almost but not quite at the top edge of the leaf. Right, so we're now across to the middle, and we're going to make 3 treble into the top of our puff stitch, because it doesn't need to be quite so tall. So 3 treble in there, and those really are the only 2 elements you need to work all the way around on this first part of the background. All right, so that is what we're aiming for all the way around. So I will finish that up, and we'll see where we go from here. All right, so last 2 stitches. And then I'm going to slip stitch into the top of the 4 chain that I began with. And do not cut the yarn. Can you hear the desperation in my voice? It's because one of us did cut the yarn. I'll just leave that, yeah. Right, we're going to now move on to round 5. Let's have a little look at the back for now. You can see we've sort of made this beginning of the background part. You can see, we can still see green around the edges, so it's not quite tall enough yet, so we need to do another round on here. So I've slip stitched to join, and I'm going to make 1 chain to bring the hook up to the height, because the next round is just going to be double crochet, UK terminology. I'm just folding that leaf forward again so I can clearly see what I'm doing, and you can see what I'm doing as well. So I will start by putting 1 double crochet into the next 2 stitches, and that brings me into the corner space, and I'm just going to be putting 3 double crochet into there. And it is a straightforward round, so you can just whiz around that by sort of looking at the pattern. So let me work around it, just putting the double crochets in where they need to go, and we will see what happens and what it looks like at the end. Okay, so if I turn this over, you will see we've made this nice background square for our leaves to sit on, and we're almost there with this element because we're making 4 of these, as you know, to join together. We're almost there. The last thing we're going to do is this final contrast round, which is going to be where we the part where the colour that we're going to use to join them all 4 together. So we'll move on to that.